Hey, welcome to episode 60 of Six Pack Cinema. This week, Sheehan and I are reviewing Jurassic World 2, The Fallen Kingdom. Jimmy had to sit this out since he's stuck on an island and can't get to a theater. Let's hop into it, man.
Dude, you should review movies.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, I've had a couple, so time for movie review.
Alright, how you doing?
Doing great. Jimmy missed out on this one, probably for the best if he saw this.
Oh yeah. He's never seen any Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
this would have been a really rough introduction to the
whether you
franchise.
liked it or you didn't like it, it's not the way to be introduced to the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, good for him being on an island.
Yeah. That would be crazy, though. Plot twist, he actually, he watches this and he's like, oh, it's great.
You and I both know that would never, ever happen.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
That's true. He didn't even like Inglourious Bastards, which you guys will find out about later this week.
Editor's note, Dave's a dummy. I like Inglourious Bastards. Here's a little preview of the episode you'll hear tomorrow, in which I say, I love Inglourious Bastards.
And this is the ultimate rah-rah America, we need to kill Hitler.
I love the movies. I'll say yes.
Dave, you dummy.
Yep. Releasing tomorrow. Actually, we're doing a top 10 movies to watch for 4th of July. Not to watch on 4th of July because you should be out like at a beach or a pool, at a barbecue, drinking, anything. But around the vicinity of 4th of July, watch a movie.
Yeah, if you're traveling this week, you're going to hang out with family. You're gonna, the first day or so, you always do fun stuff, and then you just sit around the house.
Yeah.
Throw on all 10 of these movies.
Yep.
All right, but this movie, Jurassic World.
Oh, it's something else.
Oh yeah, why don't you give us your snap impression of this?
My snap impression is for someone that is trying to create a franchise out of this movie. It's why put 2, maybe even 3 movies crammed into one movie. It was way too much. It was heavily overloaded. The first act could have been stretched easily for a full movie, but I think they did too much and they got caught up in their own bullshit and they ruined it. It was. Ugh.
I have two things. Well,
yes, I
one thing to you, and then I'll give my snap impression.
Yeah.
I'll say I think the reason they didn't do the first act as the whole movie is because then it just becomes Jurassic Park 2: Lost World again.
I feel like it already is.
It's very similar, but that would have made it exactly. That movie was all except the last 10 minutes on the island.
Lost World, I can't remember. Was it Lost World or was it Jurassic Park 3 that made it back to the States?
It was Lost World at the end. The T-Rex rampages in the States.
So they did the whole fucking movie. The whole thing was Lost World.
Yeah. All right. So my snap impression. This is not a good movie, but I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. And I'm excited for where the franchise is going. Because you're not. I know you've told me you're not. But I remember when it was first announced for Jurassic World, there was an interview with, what's his name, who wrote this?
Michael Crichton?
No. Who wrote Jurassic World and Jurassic World 2.
Oh.
And he directed the first one. Trevorrow, or whatever.
Sure.
He had said he grew up loving the first movie, and and Planet of the Apes, and he was taking inspiration from both for this trilogy, and it was only going to be a trilogy. It's not going to be a huge franchise, which I don't know if they've stuck to that, but from this, I think that is still the plan.
I don't know. You think they're going to make another one after this?
Oh yeah, this is going to make a ton of money.
It made $180 million, I think, so far. But
this weekend it opened overseas a week and a half ago, and it was already at $400 million.
Okay. So yeah, I guess, but I mean, they're gonna have to revamp shit because the reviews are in and they're not good.
I thought it was 60 something, which is fine for a summer blockbuster.
60 is not good. Well,
I think you were just
critical
to Marvel movies.
No, for the critics, 60 is not good, or it's okay for this kind of movie, but the audience scores are 50, 60, and that's not good.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so
yeah, let's. I think the best place to start with the movie is the opening scene.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. Before we started, I was trying to figure out like my score, and I've got my critical rating down. I'm locked in. I got a number. Popcorns, I am just all over the ice. So what I'm gonna do, I got my marker. I got my board here. I'm going to do plus minuses throughout this whole conversation.
Oh God.
We'll find
You're
out.
gonna be so distracted drawing pluses, minuses, that you're not gonna be listening.
I'm gonna find out where we land. All right.
Okay. I gotta say, this opening scene was the best Jurassic Park scenes outside of the original.
+1. Yes, it was excellent. It was so intense.
It was so intense, and it was dark and stormy, and just how when the guys turned around looking at the helicopter and the lightning flashes and you see the T-Rex in the trees.
Beautiful.
But like before it even like roars or anything, it's just walking in the background.
It's like hunting. It's just very, very
and
casual.
That scene happened, and my first thought was, this is going to be just as good as the original.
Set quite the tone.
Like,
quite the tone.
The movie did not live up to that tone.
Nope. But it was a great start.
incredible
They couldn't have started any better than that. It was almost like watching like Kentucky Derby, and that one horse gets way out really quick, and it's like, oh shit, this is great. But you know in the back of your head, he's gonna die in turn 2. That's what happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So.
Oh, and did you think?
How do you want to tackle this? Should we go through the plot, or do you want to do characters first?
I don't want to go step by step through the movie because that's gonna get tiresome. Let's go through. Let's do character. Why not?
Characters. All right. Let's start off with probably the easiest one to knock out. Jeff Goldblum and his cameo.
Heartbreaking.
This was such a waste of just Jeff Goldblum.
It's heartbreaking.
It literally felt like they wrote his scenes for the trailer, to put him in trailers.
Did he make sense? At any point?
He did. Like, it was all... He made sense, but it felt like they were writing the lines for, 1, the trailers, and 2, to sound like his character sounded in the first movie, but it just came off as a cheap imitation. Despite him trying. He acted his ass off in this one scene.
I don't know. Because it was beginning and the end. You know, he bookended it. The first one, I was at a loss. I didn't understand what the fuck he was talking about. I don't know if it was me not hearing things or whatever. Because admittedly, I was in the theater. I gotta stop going on Tuesdays because it's $6 Tuesdays and all the families show up, and it's a shit house. So.
You have Movie Pass. Why do you care?
Because it's easy for me to go on Tuesdays for like my timing wise for work and stuff. Because weekends have just gotten difficult. So.
Which makes sense.
No, it does. So I'm gonna try aggressively to go like early Saturday mornings from now on because I can't do it. I can't sit in a row in front of like an entire family of 15 kids like oohing on and like throwing popcorn and just can't fucking do it.
You should just start complaining to the manager and become that like curmudgeonly old man who goes to the theaters.
I'm really close to it. I moved halfway through. I got up during when they got locked in the bunker. I had to get up. I walked down to not the front row, but close to it, and sat in the handicap spots and just looked up because it was much better experience. Yep.
So, yeah, you should tell the manager that, and I'm sure they'd do something.
Do you know who I am? I come here every week, sir.
Well, not even that.
By myself.
If you just tell them you're having a really bad experience and you come every week, they probably would like at least throw an usher in there for the next week to see if people are actually complaining.
Oh, I've seen the manager. If I complain to him, he's just gonna be like, "Oh, sorry," and he's gonna walk away and get high. That's all. It's not a great establishment, so
can't knock that.
Yep.
All right, Chris Pratt.
Yep.
He definitely just took this movie for the money, right?
Yeah. I remember the first Jurassic World. I was like, okay, so he's playing this cagey, tough, cool guy. All right, maybe he's trying to be a little over the top for the sake of this genre, you know, like a dinosaur movie, kind of like making fun of it. So if he's at a 0 for Parks and Rec and Guardians of the Galaxy, he cranked it up to like a 5 for the first Jurassic World. This one he went all the way up to like 8, maybe 9 of douchebaggery. I hated
Oh,
him.
yeah.
He was so over the top dickhead in this one. It was like he was a caricature of John Wayne. They squint.
Fair. I felt he was Brendan Fraser from The Mummy cranked up to like 15.
Another good one. The squinty eyes, the cool guy attitude, like everything's okay.
Something when he was running from the cloud of smoke when the volcano's erupting,
Yep.
and his arms are flailing though. That was a perfect old school Mummy Brendan Fraser run.
Yep. I have a huge bone to pick with him and his character at the beginning. When we first saw him, he was in the woods building his own fucking cabin.
As one does.
Let's just put aside the fact that there was a stack of tree logs on one side, and then next to that was a stack of like 1x10s that I'm assuming that they want us to think that he cut without an industrial size saw. Sure, whatever. I'll buy that. I'm gonna look past logistics for that one. But the fact that he put up a frame of a house, just a straight up like there are 4 walls of pitch, and there's loose like skeleton of a house, and I'm gonna put the fucking roof on my porch first. But I'm not gonna use plywood. I'm gonna use 1x10s, and I'm gonna use about 17 nails per 2x10 or 1x10. It's like. I understand no one else saw this and no one else gives a shit.
I have 2 points to this.
Nobody
One,
cares.
You're an architect, so you're probably paying way more attention than anyone else. And 2, audiences are stupid. You got to set it up like that so people understand what he's doing. If he was building a house the way you actually build a house, people would have no idea.
I mean, just the fucking 1x10s, man. You know how many nails you're gonna go through? You know how exhausting that is? And they're gonna warp. You're gonna have all kinds of leakage. It's fucking stupid. Plywood, 1 piece of plywood, and you don't do the porch first. Do the house first and porch afterwards. That's just common sense. Sorry. I told you beforehand.
Audiences are stupid enough that they would have needed. He needed to be working on something in the front of the house.
I told you before. I know no one. This is a stupid thing to be bothered about, but I am, and I.
Oh, is this the thing you told me that got you? So
yeah,
angry?
I was furious. Like, why the fuck is he doing a porch first?
Oh my god.
If I'm cooking a turkey, I'm not gonna work on like roasting the perfect ends of the drumstick first. I'm gonna like start at the beginning. You know.
But it's a movie. I understand it has to have some semblance of realism, but I honestly think people are stupid. Except our listeners. Our listeners know.
They know, yeah.
Other people are stupid, and they just need a frame of a house and somebody working on the roof.
And
that's it.
Hey, let's make a sandwich, guys. Let's start with the first most important piece, mayonnaise.
Ooh, good sandwich.
That's what that is to me. Like.
Yeah, I know. Moving on, though.
Okay, sorry.
How did you feel about Bryce Dallas Howard's character in this?
Better than last time.
Yes.
I think she was the only improvement from the last one. She wasn't.
I agree,
helpless.
she was better, but I think it's kind of a whiplash because last time she was a workaholic. She didn't really care about the dinosaurs too much. They were just a product that she was in charge of.
Yeah.
And this now she's the head of the dinosaur advocacy group.
Well, went through a major life situation there. She was almost eaten by dinosaurs. Kind of.
So now she loves them?
Well, she realized that she was playing God, and she created these things, and now they're like.
I don't know. If a T-Rex tries to kill me, I want the T-Rex to die.
Well, I mean, she also was taking care of her nephews, so she got a little bit perspective of preservation of life. It's not that like far of a leap to assume she would become this person. It's not the most logical path, but I can see it.
Yeah, I would have loved a throwaway line about it.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I would also like a little more explanation as to like why this girl was suddenly like dating Chris Pratt. Yeah, we know that, but like you were actually living in a van with him,
which is not her style at all. And she was a high-paid executive. She would say, "Don't live in your stupid van. I have an amazing home."
Yeah. Yeah. No. We can't get. We need to continue to stop ourselves from getting too much into the details because if we get, there is so much shit to be.
Fair. All right. Yeah.
There is so much shit to be upset about in this movie. There's everything.
I have one question for you though.
What?
Was the nerdy sidekick kid? Was he supposed to be Jake Johnson from the first one originally in the script, and they couldn't get him, so they changed the character?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I didn't think about it at all until I was doing prep today for this, and I could see his character being, like, Jake Johnson's character fitting into that role perfectly.
Well, no, 'cause
Helping her, like, protect dinosaurs because he loved the original Jurassic Park. He was the tech person.
yeah, but no, but no one from that.
It would make more sense to bring him back to the original part or to Jurassic World than some kid who's never been there.
No, but nobody from the team is still there, and he was a scientist. He was a tech guy. He wasn't like a political rights activist.
Yeah, but he was IT, which is what that kid was.
Yeah, but he was kind of like, I don't know. You're right. I know you're right, but like this kid was a new kid. He wasn't established. He was like, well, yeah, I'm very savvy with technical stuff, but I'm here to like make phone calls. Like she started off things like saying like you connect wires. You know.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
I don't know.
Did you watch the talking about characters here? That girl, the dinosaur.
This is great.
The dinosaur veterinarian.
What about her?
Have you seen the Detour?
No.
Okay, she plays the sister in the Detour, where she is a not the degenerate per se, but like a always under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
Wait,
sister.
what is the Detour? Is that the one with Jason Segel or the? No, I'm thinking of the 5-year engagement.
Yes, this is a TV show on FX where I can't remember the guy's name.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
All
it doesn't
it's a
matter.
TV show,
But she plays the sister who is drunk and high and a colossal fuck up, has sex everywhere, and is just a train wreck of a person. And they want me to think she's a dinosaur veterinarian. Is her next role. There's some things you can't unsee, like sex in the porta potty, and it's just she.
Sounds like I need to see this.
Oh,
that sounds awesome.
No, you absolutely do. This TV show is hilarious. So her being that is just not in the realm of possibility for me. So that was a negative. I'm in -3 by now by my check marks.
Okay. Well, let's do a positive then.
Okay.
I think the first act where they go back to the island was not bad.
No, it was great.
Yeah, like I don't think it lived up to the first scene, but it wasn't bad at all. I like them going and seeing the abandoned park, and when they first get off the boat and they're in the cars and a Brontosaurus shows up.
Yep.
And they all look up, and Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard have seen dinosaurs before, but the two new people haven't. And the look of they sold it. The look of wonder on their face as the original like keys came in from the first Jurassic Park when they looked across and saw the Brontosaurus. I just got goosebumps again. That scene sold me.
Yep.
That and the Brontosaurus death.
That theme, those little notes that go across your ears, it's like they'll get you every time.
It's probably top 5 movie themes of all time.
Easily.
Oh yeah.
My problem is it was way too short. Because it was great. Like you said, everything you said was exactly right. You reintroduced to the island. The dinosaurs are roaming wild. The music, the whole scene is set. It's perfect. But then, boom, we got a track blue. 5 seconds later, we got her. Let's go get her. Up, we got to go on foot. I got her. Up, boom, tagged. She's caught. Up, double cross. Up, he's down. Up, they're going back. We're going to be caught. Up, volcano blows up. Up, let's run. 20 minutes that happened in, of course, a 2-hour movie.
See, I get what you're saying, but I kind of liked that they blew through it because I feel like any other movie, that would have been the entire movie. And I like that the double cross just happened right away, and then they moved past it.
No,
and
it was.
I'm giving it points for not making the whole movie the island. Because at some point, we've seen every story you can tell on the Jurassic Park island, and you got to move off of it. So I'm giving the movie credit for moving the series story past the island. Because the island is destroyed. They're never going back.
Yeah. No, I give me like 10 more minutes, maybe, okay?
I know.
It just felt so rushed.
Yeah, he found the frickin' Jeep from the first Jurassic Park that fell off the cliff that the kids were in.
Yeah.
Oh, my God,
It was
I wanted
nostalgia.
to spend time on the island too, but I can just go back and watch Jurassic Park and Jurassic World.
Show me how they caught
for
these
that.
things too. Like it was, I mean, show me more. I watch Jurassic Park movies to see Jurassic Park. I don't watch it to see some like animal trafficking dickhead in the mansion. Fair point,
Yeah,
right?
The second part.
-4. Here we go. Yep.
Well, you got to give it pluses for the beginning. Well, everything we just said.
Oh, I have been. Don't worry.
Okay.
There's been a lot of
All
negatives.
right. And I will say, I don't think you liked it, and it was completely not the tone for this movie. But Chris Pratt flipping his body over trying to get away from lava.
I did
There
like
was just
that.
something to the physical humor of it. It tickled my funny bone. I was laughing at that, and I was like, this doesn't fit in this movie. It's way too slapstick and funny.
Yep.
But he sold it. The way he's flipping his arms over, and he's like flipping over the log.
Yep. No, I mean,
I-
granted the
yeah.
fact that like if you're coming out of like a paralysis, you wouldn't be able to do that. But neither dinosaurs can't be made either, so we're gonna suspend disbelief on that one.
Well,
I like
5 years. Did you see that article?
yeah, fuck that. And also the fact that he's being like chased by molten lava, and he's like, oh, I'm saved by the piece of wood.
As the car is on fire in the background.
This log here, it is my savior.
Oh yeah,
It's like a Jersey barrier.
I like that. But so yeah, they get betrayed. They sneak onto the ship and make it back to the homeland.
Yep.
I was not a fan of this second half, but I will say
I mean, I don't think many people were.
fair. My biggest problem with it is actually the retconning of John Hammond having a partner. Because that's not in any of the other 5 movies in either of the 2 books.
Yep. You want to talk about shoehorns? Like that was. Did they need to do
Yeah.
that?
You could have had it be John Hammond's kid, because you never see them in the first one, but you know he has one because his grandkids are there.
Yeah. Or I don't know. I mean, I guess this is what I'm talking about. They did too much because like the guy who's running the estate, they want to have some kind of conflict because he is running the estate under the guise of being a good guy and like creating a sanctuary, but he's really not. So if it's really John Hammond's estate and he's running it, then there's no reason for him to be like fooling anybody. And so it takes away one of the aspects of the movie,
Well, no,
which
no,
I don't
I'm
think
saying-
you need to do because it didn't fucking matter.
Well, no, I'm saying the old guy should have been John Hammond's son.
No, I understand what you're saying, but
So he's still being duped by someone running the charity.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, but
Because
what I'm saying.
John Hammond was old in
What
the
I'm
first
saying
one.
is
He
I
had
don't think they
grandkids.
needed to have someone being duped because that was one more thing that didn't need to be there. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I will say I did like that he had a matching cane to John Hammond's.
See, I thought he stole. I thought he inherited the cane.
Oh, I assumed they had matching ones because they started it together.
No, because I mean that cane especially that was the amber
they-
where they
they-
got the first one.
He did say they never repaired their friendship while John Hammond was alive.
While he was alive. So in
But I'm
death,
sa-
he may have inherited it.
Maybe. I liked it as that they had twin ones because they started together,
Okay.
and this way the original one is still around somewhere and not destroyed. 'Cause
Oh,
that was
maybe-
a heartbreaking thing too.
Maybe it was a fake.
Watching the amber fall and break.
Maybe it was a fake and that was just like cheap glass because amber is much tougher than that.
Yeah.
Again, into the weeds here we go.
This is what we start nitpicking the shit out of it.
There's a ton to nitpick. There's just so much.
Yes. Yeah. So
I hate the guy. I hate the fact because the whole purpose of the old man like benefactor and this guy is running his estate. It was to serve as some kind of conflict that you had to overcome. But when the speed bump to get over is just a pillow to the face and that's it. That's not anything. Him killing the old man was like almost like I don't care.
what was his plan if the old man didn't confront him? He was just going to have all these people show up to the house and still have the auction and the old guy's just sitting upstairs?
I mean, how could you
Like
have...
he killed the old man because he got caught.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sneak a fucking T-Rex into the basement of your house and not let the guy who lives there know. Like,
Which he kind of deserved to die. When you find out this is going on and you don't call the cops yourself or have the au pair / maid call the cops
Slash
and you
mistress.
whatever and invite the criminal in and say you should call the cops on yourself,
Yep.
you deserve to die.
All right, we're gonna put a stop in this because we need to talk specifically about this whole mistress
Cloning McGee?
Cloning,
Oh.
yeah, no. So, listeners at home, we have old man who appeared out of thin air, who was there from the start apparently, and he had a mistress maid who he fucked and had a daughter, and the daughter. No, that's
No, he didn't.
you're gonna.
I mean, she was in a maid outfit in that picture with the original daughter. Like, she was just the au pair that raised his kids.
That was her daughter.
No, it wasn't.
That was her daughter. And so
she
this.
even says to the bad guy, she's not their mother, but she raised them both.
That was because it was a dirty little secret, Dave. Why the fuck?
You're just
why?
This is like 3 billboards where you're adding story in your head.
Because it was there. It was telegraphed.
Rich families often have au pairs who are not the actual mothers.
And Rich, are they gonna have a fucking like sit down photo shoot with the daughter with the au pair?
Yes.
No.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air definitely had pictures of the kids with the butler.
The way I took it, which I strongly believe I'm correct, this woman was the mother of the original daughter, and she died in a car accident. So she hung around, and then he cloned the body to get this new daughter / granddaughter, and the au pair stuck around to take care of her, and just happened to take care of him too. It was such bullshit that didn't need to be there and convoluted everything.
It wasn't there. You're making it up in your head. This movie has plenty to knock it for, but not the made-up stuff you're adding to it.
I don't think I'm alone in thinking that was like
You're
her
definitely
daughter.
alone. There is maybe 1 out of every million people
You're
who have
making
seen
me
this
put
movie.
the fucking whiteboard down. I gotta Google this.
Oh my god.
Keep talking, because I'm Googling and finding, I mean...
Okay. But the clone didn't need to be a clone. Just have it be a granddaughter. That meant nothing in the grand scheme of things, except at the end she fucks over the entire Earth because they're alive like her. No shit. Everything's alive. Bugs are alive. You still crush a mosquito when it lands on you.
Yeah. I dropped it 1 full popcorn when she looked at the camera and said, when she hit the button to release them, she's like, they're alive. Like me.
In my head, I was like, yeah. Because there was that pause in my head. I was like, oh, like her, haha. They'll never say something that stupid. And she did.
I rolled so hard, I got a headache.
You know what, though? I actually have to give it credit, though.
Don't.
Because when Claire was going to do it, I was like, that's so fucking stupid.
Yep.
These characters are smart enough to know that's a bad idea. And then she didn't. And she's like, no, we can't do that to the world. And then the kid fucks it all up.
I mean, if the kid said, like, I couldn't let him die.
That would have been, yeah.
Don't make it a weird...
We already know she loves dinosaurs.
Don't make it a
That's
weird
fine.
thing about you are a dinosaur person. Like, you're just like them. No. Ugh. Well,
Did you find anyone supporting your belief?
Well, it was a 2-person podcast. Like, I can't really dive too deep into this, but I'm going to find it. Or I'm going to write one myself and post it somewhere so I can show you.
Okay. So, we kind of got into it. At the end of the movie, she releases all these dinosaurs out into the world and pretty much sets up Planet of the Apes, but with dinosaurs, which I'm excited for. I think you're never going to do a movie in the park as good as the first one, so why not go balls to the wall and have the world end with dinosaurs?
I think it's stupid.
What? Did you think the Planet of the Apes movies are stupid?
Yes.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Well,
you were just being a contrarian.
Well, I think Planet of the Apes was stupid for much different reasons, but this one, it's like, all right, we got the Jumanji feel of the Stampede out, fine, like that, sure. What bothered me is we got Blue the Raptor, who we're supposed to love now, because she's a good dinosaur. But then she, like, the end scene is her, like, yelping and yapping in front of a suburb. And because, like, hey, we love Blue. She saved them 2 movies in a row now. Now she's just going to have a snack with a bunch of toddlers down in the suburb and go take a bath in someone's pool.
Yeah, I did have a problem that They had just decided not to release the dinosaurs because it was a bad idea. Then they happened to get out. And earlier in the movie, they show they're less than 5 miles from a town. And they don't run out and, like, try to get there first or call the cops or anything.
Yeah.
This town's just going to get destroyed by dinosaurs.
Like, a quick phone call would be appreciated.
Like, hey, heads up, cops. There's no dinosaurs heading for your town. Nobody believes you, Sheehan. You just added that yourself.
I'm getting close.
No, you're not.
Who is Maisie's mom in Jurassic World 2? The mystery holds the key to the entire movie. This looks like a good read.
Oh, God.
I'm going to say pin this for later because it's a lot of words.
Okay. No, I think you got to move past the park, and this is the best way to do it. Just go all out. Go apocalypse. Go humans living with dinosaurs.
But they did it already.
Trying to survive.
But they did it already in Jurassic.
But they didn't.
Lost World, they did.
They had one dinosaur make it back that was killed.
Okay.
This is clearly setting up that the world is going to be overrun by dinosaurs now.
Yeah, I mean, what's the end result? They're going to kill all the dinosaurs, or they're going to, like...
No, I think the end of the next movie will be either humans are about to be extinct, or humans and dinosaurs are just living together for the rest of time.
So it become like a Quiet Place situation.
Yeah, but with dinosaurs. And I'm excited for that.
By the way, Quiet Place comes out on DVD in July 10th. I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna rewatch that.
I had so many problems with this movie. I just, it was so much going on. Like, if anyone's listening to this who hasn't seen the movie, your mind is in a pretzel right now because we're talking about so much different shit. Like, you're probably saying, I thought this movie was about dinosaurs, not about some clone bitch with a nanny au pair who was her mom. Maybe not. Definitely was. About
that
building.
Reminds me, though. No. That reminds me. I also am giving it credit because they set up that there's not going to be any more hybrid dinosaurs. Because the one that was there died, and the one, like the tooth or the bone that they built that one off of got destroyed at the end.
Yep.
So now it's just authentic dinosaurs.
Well, no, they still have all the DNA to pick from. They did get that out.
I thought that was in the case that got destroyed before when one of the guys was carrying it.
There was so many though, so I don't know. I mean, you know how this goes. They can do whatever the fuck they want. I mean, if they want to make another one, they can do another one.
That's true, but I took it to them. I took it to be them saying that nope, we did this. It got them out of the park. It got them to where they are now, and now we're gonna do the dinosaurs you all know and love taking over the world.
Yeah, like go simple, like the little the little dude with the hammerhead who broke him out of the jail cell.
I love that.
Show me him all day long. I'll be happy.
Which that was also like the Chris Pratt like physical comedy when that thing's just running through the auction room.
Yep.
And people are flying up into the walls and across the whole room. It didn't fit the tone of the rest of the movie, but I thought it was great.
Was that dinosaur in Jurassic? Was that in Lost World? I've seen that dinosaur before.
It is in Lost World.
Lost World, okay. That's one of my favorite ones.
There's a whole opening scene when they first get to the island, and there's like a herd of them.
It's like the one. It's like the
you
skull
see
is outside the body, right? The skull, like that's just flat skull.
You see the guys. They have the long stick with the rope around it at the end, and they like five of them go around him.
Yes. Yep. I love that guy.
Yeah.
He's probably one of my favorite ones, to be honest.
Question for you: if you're gonna go to a illegal auction and buy a dinosaur, which dinosaur are you buying? Money's not an object.
Yeah, no. I mean, clearly, if I'm in a dinosaur auction, I'm probably there because I'm I got a big
Before
wallet.
you answer, though, the prices they were selling these dinosaurs for...
A bargain.
No. A guy was like, oh, I sold it for $5 million? Are you kidding me?
Hanley
Only
Ramirez
living
got more money
dinosaurs would be going for, like, hundreds of millions.
Hanley Ramirez got more money from the Red Sox for doing jack shit. Kevin Durant got he got.
I could see one going for like $5 or $10 million if it's those little like compres that killed the.
Yep.
Like the small ones that nitpick the girl and attack the girl at the start of the second one.
Yeah. Was Kevin Durant got a $300 million shoe deal from Nike? He could buy all the fucking dinosaurs. These guys were
So
bargains.
it's 2018. You should know how much a dinosaur could be
A
worth.
T-Rex should be $120 million, no less.
And that's a young, shitty T-Rex, not even a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the used model.
All right, back to it though.
What am I gonna do?
Which dinosaur do you want?
The first one they put on the auction, the tank.
Fuck, that was mine.
I mean, it doesn't pose a threat to me like by biting or like it might run over me. Sure.
It's a herbivore though.
But see, that's
And
one.
It's an awesome thing. You'd keep it in like your big ass lawn, and he would just roam around.
Yeah, you put a saddle on it and just like fucking ride him.
Yes, exactly. That was my choice too. I was like,
Or
and if you bond with it, if you get a baby one and bond with it as it's growing up, that thing's gonna defend you from anything.
yeah, it's gonna be great. I just love him. I as much as I would like the guy with the hammerhead, I just feel like he'd just be too much of a ruckus.
Oh no, yeah, holes in your wall.
Yeah,
you
I
have
mean-
to get those 2x4s that Chris Pratt had.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Oh,
you have anything else?
sad moment that brought me down was seeing the Brontosaurus burn alive. Talk about a moment. That
I'm torn on that scene because I agree. I legitimately teared up in the theater because again they played the original theme.
Yep.
And you just see this dinosaur cry out, and they use the same audio clip from when they first see him.
Yep.
Like, it's come out and they've said that.
Yep.
They reused the audio clip, and he even goes up on his hind legs in the exact same pose right before the lava consumes him.
Because I'm assuming he got lava on his front feet, went up, and it's just the cloud of smoke went around, so you couldn't really see what was going on, but you knew he was.
Melting.
That was gut wrenching.
Yeah, it was very emotional, but
It's a fucking
it too
dinosaur
much?
that died forever ago, but there I'm sitting in my seat thinking, please help him.
and some of these are still the same ones from the first park, so
Yeah.
that was probably one of the ones from the first park.
And you know that they're not fucking real. It's not even as like an actor. This is a figment of someone's imagination, and I have feelings for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, we were kids when that came out, and fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sad again now.
Excuse me, I gotta put a +1.
All right, should we hop into our rankings?
Sure.
All right, critically, what are you giving this, Sheehan?
55.
Okay,
Real,
that's
real
not bad.
Yeah, real ugly. The writing was just god awful. The dialogue seemed almost like it was like a community theater almost in some situations. Like it was so many eye rolls, so many things that didn't need to be there. Yeah, it felt like this thing was they just decided, you know what, we're Jurassic World. We did so well. We're just gonna do dinosaur stuff and we'll fill it with words later. And it fucked them over.
I liked it more than you, but I had to take a ton of points off too. So I gave it an 87. I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
Jesus
I gave it a
Christ.
65. I just wanted to see your reaction.
I was gonna say, man.
Bad radio. His face though. He looked like he just saw,
Yeah.
It looked like he was watching the baby being torn apart in Mother again.
I was just gonna like tear into you. Like we were gonna fight for a little bit.
No. This isn't a great movie, but I appreciated the good parts of it, and I'm excited for Dino Apocalypse.
All right, you said how much?
65.
65? 60.
All right.
So that
feels right for this movie.
reasonable. Yep, 60.
So popcorn. I'll go first since I know you have to do some math with your plus and minuses. I give it 4. I still had fun in the theater watching this.
Yep.
And it's dinosaurs going crazy. I'm never going to not enjoy that. It's only when I got out and I started thinking about it critically that I started nitpicking it and bringing it down.
Yep. See, in the theater, I was. See, this is the problem with when you watch movies knowing you're gonna review them, you start thinking about just nitpicking while you're doing it, and I hate it because sometimes it takes me out of the moment. But I do love dinosaurs. I do love the action sequences. I love it. I loved a lot of things. It was just the dialogue that brought me down so much.
The script was the worst
script
part.
was god awful, and the nanny mother which I swear to God is exactly.
No, it's not. You cannot take points off for that.
I won't, but I'm telling you, it's exactly what they wanted you to think.
No, it's not.
They snuck that son of a bitch in there.
Just like at the end of 3 Billboards, they went on a killing rampage.
Not a rampage, just a murder.
They didn't.
All right, so when I was doing plus and minuses for every point we made, I started at 0. I ended up at -3. So I don't know how to correlate that into popcorns. I'm gonna go with 2 popcorns.
2 popcorns. All right, so 3.
3
is the average.
Yep.
That
feels right.
All right, and if you watch this again, what are you going to be drinking with it?
I'm gonna be drinking a trembling cup of water.
Yeah,
Nice like that.
Yeah, I'm going margarita from the last one, the Jimmy Buffett margarita stand.
Okay.
That they shot to, and you actually see Jimmy Buffett running with 2 margaritas.
Yeah. All right.
And then when they go back to the island this time, there was when it's raining, there's just a shot that zoomed in on the margarita stand again.
I didn't catch that. Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna do anything, sure.
All right. Well, that wraps up this week's review on Six Pack Cinema. Tune in tomorrow for our top 10 list of 4th of July movies.
You got this.
Movies to amp you up for the 4th of July.
Struggle through
And then
that one.
Tune in. I know I did. And then tune in Friday for our weekly headliners.
Awesome.
See you then. Love y'all.
All right, take it easy.